Are you ready to dive deep into real talk and evaluate your lifestyle? Join Velvet Vibez and Ashley every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Get to the Real podcast. We're here to break down the hottest lifestyle topics from personal growth to self-help with all the raw, unfiltered honesty you need. No fluff, just real conversations that inspire and empower. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel for all the latest episodes and join our community on Facebook at the Get to the Real podcast to keep the conversation going. Don't miss out. Let's get real together. Some truths. I'm your host, Velvet Vibez, and we have our special guest today, Dave, who's my cousin. Explore the complexities of making tough decisions. Our special guest was Ashley, and she shared her insights on how to trust yourself during challenging times. We also is, did you know that hip hop started in the Bronx in 1973? And it is a culture that was created by us. Today you'll hear from me and my special guest Dave, who's my cousin, about our insights on the new Tubi series that was released, Killing Hip Hop, and how we think it will affect hip hop in the future or even affects hip hop currently. So I'm going
a different outlook on hip hop as I grew up, listening to hip hop. Interaction with the lyrics and what they actually do in their, I want to say their actual lives.
Yeah.
Now seeing a lot of rappers. Are they promoting this violence, from their, younger audience that may be listening? They're also putting themselves in court matters where you have lawyers defending you, serious crimes as robbery, murders.
There's a lot of, I feel like, genres that not necessarily promote violence, but I feel like that there is violence in those other genres, but I think they put like this big like magnifying glass on hip hop and things, but they were already doing these things prior to hip hop going mainstream. That this was their real lives, and that's why I feel like it's really culture. You know what I mean? I'm saying that no other person do you look at them and say, "Oh, this is their life. We should put a magnifying glass on it," but be exercised by everyone because everyone's not living that lifestyle, right?
Put us in front, like, this is a great lifestyle. Far as our youth coming up and wanting to do these things, just like some of their favorite entertainers, are just famous black entertainers. Period. They take the negative side and shine the light on the negatives. And it's like this cool thing, successfully got away with something that was against the law, but you put yourself in danger for your freedom to be stripped away, for your life to be taken, for one of your loved ones to be hurt, because a lot of the times this stuff is occurring when you're around the people that you truly care about. It's coming out in negatives. And I think that, there was a time when they had, I guess, battles in music, and entertainers came with their craftsmanship and their professionalism, and who came out with the best show won. The loser still gets to go home. There was none of the violence that's in the music today that's actually being followed. They're saying this stuff in the lyrics, and you're actually hearing about it in the news.
Right.
You'll see their court dates and what they're getting charged with. These are stuff that you used entertainment to further interject into like violence and gang banging. Um, when the music at one time wasn't about interjecting, you know, your violent acts in your music and basically spreading that to your audience. So they
Right.
think that it's cool. Oh, well, you know, you're you're rich. You can pay lawyers to get out of these things.
Just kind of showed me like when the gentleman had said that in their rhymes on stage they weren't even allowed to cuss. I just kind of felt like it was still yet another limitation for us. It's like you freed them up to where yes, well we made you mainstream because what you were doing wasn't making you money, you know what I'm saying, like on a international level. But who else would like portray that? Like who else is gonna be able to go in hip hop and really like own it besides the people who live it to me? But I just thought it was crazy because I'm thinking, yes, they do exercise more violence, and back then hip hop consisted of battles that were non-violent. But I also felt like there wasn't the same type of money involved. There wasn't the same type of manipulations that out as a peaceful way to express yourself, the life that you live, to show culture, where we're from, and how we do it. Not to promote killings and drug dealing and gang banging because the thing that Kendrick Lamar is really like I love about him right now is that in hip hop, he's showing that culture is so much more than just making music. You know what I mean? It's some people's like real life livelihood. This is something that people are growing up with.